Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk on the very important topic, that is comparing few traditional systems to the conventional practice. What's happening in building industry now? So, in this situation, let's give a thought right now that in the current building industry or the practice what we are doing, so where are we heading to, like related to, for example, the main topic today, we're talking about the waste we generate either when building or when we're demolishing. So especially right now we are in the situation where we are demolishing and modifying the house or renovating the house. So we are actually talking about the topic, how the demolition aspect of it. So when we look into that, so the waste we generate, the how much of waste we're generating, or how much waste each house is being generated when we're demolishing or modifying or completely removing it and making it new. So with that, in this situation, we need to really put a thought, how, where are we heading to, like in the future. So right now the practice is, we are the conventional practice, we use so many engineered or industrialized materials into the construction, and we build beautiful houses. At the end of the day, where a change need to be happen, all the waste is being generated by demolishing, where it is going to, we need to give a thought on that. So today we are going to discuss on this topic. Thinking on that note, especially as a developing country like India, so what kind of infrastructure we have in practice, that how much waste is being reused or recycled in a way that we can use it into another new ways of engineering. So we don't have much option on that in a very root level. We maybe very few people are using in DIY conditions or something, but most of the people are not able to have awareness on that, or we don't know how to use that. So in that aspect, what we do generally is we demolish it and we take that waste, we take it to the trucks and we somewhere dump very far. Later stages, all that places are being sold in with higher price and been sold as plots. So why this topic is because those dump or the waste which is being generated, they basically dump it on the wetlands. The wetlands, we all know, it's like a sponge, it's a sponge where the water has been collected and it will slowly percolate into the ground, where we get water from different sources. So on that conditions where we dump the waste, we mostly waste water. So there's another aspect of it, but anyways, that we will later discuss when we are discussing a certain topic in deeply. But as of now, we want to just touch on that note, that how to looking into the conditions of old times, like our ancestral homes. Let's look into that comparison. So thinking on these conditions, we definitely doesn't want to be in that bubble where we demolish it and we without even thinking on that, where the waste is being put out and creating some kind of damage in ecosystem. We don't want to be in that kind of bubble. So we started looking into that aspect, and then we also understood so many aspects in the traditional system. Let's imagine this way, that in the future, when we really wanted to build a house where there is a scarce of land, we can't buy a land with huge amounts. So most of the people nowadays have lands, even either it can be a small or big, it doesn't matter. So where our needs have been met and we have minimalistic lifestyle, or simple lifestyle, or luxurious lifestyle, whatever it is, if you have a small a plot, so because buying a new plot will be very difficult later. So when within what we have, if you're trying to build a small plot, if you already have a building, completely demolishing and building can be one way, or else how much or else you're building a new, that will be also very difficult because the plot size is very small. So when you trying to rebuild, then there are parameters we need to look into. So here is where our topic comes into, like the old systems and the current conventional practice. So when we look into that traditional practice, like our ancestral homes, because I often go, or when we document it, we often see all the techniques has a very beautiful layers to look into. For example, let's compare few things like roof in Kerala, especially because when we are in the context of Kerala, so we have been talking about Kerala context. Our roof systems mostly are traditional wooden members with tile roof, clay tile roofs. So when we are trying to demolish it, or we are trying to remodify, it's very simple because everything has been layered. It's not one. It is been layered and made it together. Then it becomes one. So when it is like that, you can remove each and every layer properly and keep it and modify, and again you can assemble and make it new. So that is one way. And the other coming into the completely the conventional practice, like how nowadays is either they go pitched roof or else they go flat terraces. That's RCC. So when you think about RCC, when you're trying to demolish it, you hardly get anything which is beneficial for you. You, in other way, you generate waste that you don't know how to tackle. Either you just dump it somewhere, or else away from the site, or else you just dump it in your own land. That is also not very good for your site. So this is what we are trying to say. Right now the systems, or the practice what we are doing, we hardly we hardly give importance to values. Like either it can be economical value, or it can be a values in system. So in either way, nowadays current conventional practice will really benefit us. You cannot sell the waste material, and you cannot even reuse it. So in a way that it's completely waste. When you look into traditional practice, all the wooden members can be sold and it has a resale value, and or else you can modify and reuse it by simple oiling, or you can you can do different preservative conditions on the material. Even tile roof can be clean, or you can just use it as it is, because it gives anyways a rustic look. So, and coming to next kind of technique, that is slab. Look into that slab. Nowadays RCC slab in conventional, you break it and again you generate a waste. Metal cannot be used, concrete cannot be used. So in a way you generate waste again. So when you look into traditional systems, where here in Kerala, mostly it is wooden members, wooden beams with wooden planks, and then you put lime concrete or mud, and then again you finish with some kavi, like oxide finish, or you can put any stone tile. So there, when you want to break it, look into that. The tile can be removed very easily because it's lime concrete. It won't hold as like cement. There's some extent how to remove it, so you can remove it properly and keep it safe. Lime concrete also can be again reused as aggregates. Wooden planks can be completely removed and kept aside because it has been not nailed hardly, and you don't spoil the wood. And wooden members can be also removed. So everything can be sold, or else you can reuse. So in a way, everyone, or the people who are building now or trying to build later in your life, think on this aspect, how traditional systems are far more superior at this time later. So that's the way we call it as timeless. There are some kind of things which will fit into every time of our life. So interestingly, when I think of few systems in Kerala or anywhere else, when there are humans, there are systems in practice. So I often come into this, either we go into the places where they sell old wood, or when we have a joint family before, when we're trying to demolish an ancestral homes, what they do is beautifully, if there's a entrance area where you enter into the main house, you have a small space like a seating space, and you have columns and stuff. You try to document, column 1, column 2, or you this goes to elder sister, or this goes to younger brother, or whatever it is. They try to. Here we are not talking about how much people got, but I'm talking about this has a value. This has some kind of value morally, and also you have a value in economical. Either a person who is in need can sell it and get money, or who is building a new house can take 1 column or 2 columns and exchange with their elder sister, or make a new home, and in a way that he's giving something to our elder sister. So it's beautifully a house. is supporting different families around. You know, of course, protecting an ancestral home comes up first priority, but if it is not happening, then at least this thing we can do, like how can you revalue each and every element of the house. So but nowadays a conventional, what you really get out of it? Are we getting anything out of it, or are we getting headache? So today, with this note, we wanted to put everyone this topic in your mind. Think, if, we need to at one point of time think or rethink on the current practice what we're doing, and reevaluate on the conditions. And because at the end of the day, we need to have a better life, and we need to have better homes for our healthy, comfortable life. So how are we heading to? Because at the present condition, we need to, every time we need to ask question and go forward. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we hope that this video has valued little bit, and we are start thinking on today onwards. Thank you.